She didn't scream when the man hit the floor. She didn't flinch when Red pulled beneath his chair. And she didn't wait for someone to take charge when everyone else sat frozen, eyes wide and mouths half open, in a packed restaurant in Virginia. Beach, a young woman in blue scrubs, dropped her fork, pushed back her chair, and sprinted toward a man struggling for air. Diners turned. Some gasped. Most stayed rooted in place. But she didn't. Her knees hit the tile, hands already pushing. Against his chest, his face was slack, eyes dulling, lips turning a deep, terrifying shade of blue. He was tall, strong, the kind of man who looked like he'd never lost a fight. But now he was crumpled on the ground, battling death with nothing but fading breath. Someone nearby murmured, "That's a Navy SEAL." She didn't pause, she didn't care. All she saw was someone slipping away, and she refused to let that happen. Her name was Emily Hayes, 26 years old. 3 years into nursing, she'd trained for codes and trauma, but always with a crash cart and a team beside her. Not like this, just bare tile, wooden chairs, and a silence louder than any siren. She started CPR, compressions, breaths, again and again. The man who'd survived war zones and bullets was dying here, surrounded by onlookers with full plates and stunned stares. But then he gasped. Once again, air returned. His eyes opened, unfocused at first, then locking onto hers. Emily's hands kept working, even as they began to shake. The ambulance pulled in minutes later. But it wasn't the EMTs that made the biggest impact. That came the next morning. Emily hadn't slept. Her scrubs still smelled like blood and adrenaline. She questioned everything. Did I move fast enough? Did I miss anything? She told no one, not her roommate, not her friends. At 6:04 a.m., her doorbell rang. Still in slippers and an oversized sweatshirt, she opened the door expecting a delivery. Instead, her front yard was filled. Not with cars, not with neighbors, but with silence. 200 men stood in perfect formation. SEALs, Marines, soldiers, all in uniform, shoulder to shoulder, hats in hand. At the front stood the man from the restaurant, Chief Petty Officer Daniel Reeves, a fresh bandage on his neck, tears in his eyes. No one spoke right away. Then he stepped forward and said, "5 words Emily would never forget. You saved one of ours." She stood, stunned. Words failed her. Her eyes welled. Her arms hung loose by her sides, the same arms that had fought death the night before. Chief Reeves handed her a folded American flag and a plaque that read, "For courage in the quiet, for moving when others froze, for saving a warrior with nothing but heart." Emily had grown up in a military family. Her father served in the Army. Her older brother, lost too soon to an IED, had been a Marine. Maybe that's why she didn't hesitate. Maybe every wounded man still looked a little like him. The media never came. No flashing cameras, no viral clips. Just quiet gratitude as each soldier stepped forward and saluted. One by one, she didn't feel like just a nurse anymore. She felt seen. Not because she wanted recognition, but because someone remembered. The SEAL embraced her gently and whispered, "Not all heroes wear uniforms, but you carry the same weight." In that still moment, there were no speeches, no medals, just a lawnful of quiet thank yous from men who'd stared down war and recognized courage when it knelt beside a dying man. Later, speaking to a small class of nursing students, Emily said, "Bravery doesn't always shout. Sometimes it's just a pair of hands doing what's right while everyone else is waiting." And that's the story of a young nurse, a moment of instinct, and a front porch full of gratitude. Because sometimes the world remembers the ones who act without asking to be remembered.